Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the rumpled one. Yesterday, somebody wanted to know what my email address was. How to contact me. I thought was pretty much upfront, plain and simple. It is Monday, October the. Oh, I forgot to change that. It's October the 19th, not the 16th. Fumble fingers here. Here we go. It's Monday, October the 19th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. Brain management. Oh, this is a topic we could spend a whole month on. But first, just remember these videos for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Brain management. I was thinking about talking about greed versus patience, but when I thought about it, it's like, that's really comes under the heading of the brain management because what happens is that we have to use our emotions in trading. Otherwise, you we would not be able to make a decision. Emotions always play part of it, but it's whether or not it's, say, controlled emotions versus reactionary emotions, emotions that are beneficial versus emotions that are detrimental. So something just happened to me, um, and I got mad. I was in multiple shorts on the pound. Let me just go over to a chart here. I was in multiple shorts, and you see this spike? Well, I hit close. Well, of course, I guess the broker decided to wait to process my market orders, and they got me out here. And a couple of overall, it was a loss by about, I think they stole about 11 pips from me. At least that's the way I tell the story. They stole it from me. So now I'm mad. Well, then I got back in a couple of trades and I got most of them back. I think I'm about minus 3 pips overall on that event. But what happened was, I guess my brain went on tilt. It's like, dang it, they stole from me. So I just jumped back in thinking I was going to get it, as opposed to just being calm, cool, and detached. Because we've had some really cool spikes today. We had this one here, then we had another one here, we had an up spike here. I mean, it's just the pound's just been going kind of crazy, and I've been trying to take advantage of it. So, but the point is that I kind of went on tilt, as I said, and I got mad. And I think the best thing to do when that happens is you almost have to just push away from your trading platform, maybe to go take a walk, get a drink of water or coffee, whatever. Clear your head and come back, after you've settled down, you've calmed down, because that happens. On the other hand, sometimes when you're in a trade, and especially if you've been in the trade and you've been underwater for a while, as soon as you know the price goes up a bit, you probably just want to get out with a profit. You're just happy. And then what happens is, you see, if you had just waited just a couple of more seconds, it may have spiked in your direction. And then what happens is you get mad, you get on tilt again, and it's just a never ending downward spiral, right? And so you don't want to get sucked down like that. So once again, you just have to detach, maybe push away, and then come back, because that happens a lot. Or what could even be worse is that you're up a few pips and then it spikes against you, or it goes down, and now you just want to get back to even. And in all those cases is that you've got these emotions taking over, as opposed to you saying, well, I'm looking at my chart, I've got my system, I know the statistics are in my favor for this to be a profitable trade. So all I have to do is just wait for my exit signal, or I wait for a re-entry signal. And then I just keep taking those trades, and then sooner or later I'll get the close for a profit. Because you see, that's what I did here. Now, when it spiked, I hit the I hit the close button and it turned against me. Now, maybe the smartest thing to do was maybe just hit and the close button on the biggest winner. That way, if it moves against me, I still would have gotten out with a profit. And those other trades, when it came down here, I could have closed um, out with a profit. But you never know what's going to happen next. But I mean, I could have seen that it spiked up here, and then you see how we've got this kind of a box forming here, a rectangle, whatever you want to call it. And you see you put this right there along that open, or you can maybe look at the highest open or lowest open there, probably lowest open. And so when price went back down through there, that was a nice short opportunity. But we are human and we are subject to emotion, and sometimes we do things that aren't really in our best interest. And that happens. So, what you have to do is just recognize when you're doing that. And probably the hardest part is when you're in a trade and you're up, say, 3 or 4 pips, and you're trying to say, should I stay in or should I get out? Just take my pips. Or should I take half off the table? And you have to wonder, are you being patient? Are you being greedy? Only you can answer that question for yourself. Are you following your plan? Are you taking the signals? Because once again, we can have a trading plan, but once we get into the trade, now we're subject to the market. And the market doesn't, give a rat's what. I guess I can say behind about your plan, my plan, anybody's plan. It's just going to do what it does. And so whether or not it smiles upon us and gives us that opportunity to take profit, you just have to wait and see. But I can't complain because I'm up a couple of buckets worth of pips today. I mean, this type of price action is this is where I excel. When it's really fast, I can get in and out quick, and it's like playing a video game. It's this slow stuff that just really kills me. But I mean, you can look here, you can see where price is just ranging here, but looks like between the 80 and about the 10, even though it did get up to 20, but you can see not too many closes here. We've got some closes here. We've got some closes here. No closes here lately. There was some, a few hours ago. But I mean, that's how you can pretty much analyze these charts here. I mean, you can just see what it's doing, and you just have to take your signals when they come. And you have to be patient. And the one part of being patient is this range. So you see here we got a 3 ball at the bottom. Okay, we got a 19 pip range is at the 53 percentile. You can see all these ranges here are over 20. So you might want to wait, and we've got 15 minutes left in the hour. It could do some crazy stuff. I mean, we could have another spike to the north side here, or we could have a spike to the south side. In fact, I was kind of predicting that price would come back down to this level when it pushed down and reversed. I'm thinking there's some more buy orders down here. I could be wrong, but that's just how I'm analyzing the chart at the moment. And so you can see here we put another 3 ball in. And so part of the way I would trade is I'd be looking for a long off of this high right here. And the high of this candle is 86, which we're probably past that right now. But you can see here on the candle color multimeter, we've got a bunch of red, and these other ones are red. It's making lower lows. So it just, take a wait, take a chill, and see if there's a signal appearing. And there it goes through that high. And you can see, so now it's also clearing these previous dynamic support levels. So this support it had turned into a slight resistance, but it went right through, and here we go up again. So once again, just analyzing what's on your chart, having your plan, knowing what you do, and then doing it when it presents itself. And the thing about being greedy, well, we've got a red H1, so maybe taking 2 or 3 pips is the smart thing to do because you're going against the H1 candle color, and the H1 range is below average, and it's only at the 53 percentile. So it might behoove you to take profit quickly as opposed to sit there and try to make a huge run. So the other thing, people are asking about the semaphore is, can you trade 3 ball to 3 ball? Can you trade 3 ball to 1 ball? Can you trade 3 ball to 2 ball? It just depends on if you're willing to wait or not. I mean, looking back, you can see what it's done, but see right here, this may have been a 3 ball and it pushed down. And see right there, once again, the hour candle was red. You had a chance to take a couple of pips, and if you waited right now, you'd be under. You'd be mad. If you took your 2 pips, you'd be happy. You'd be ready to get in on another trade. And that's just how it goes because you don't know. So see now you get the opportunity. It's up to 20 pips. And that's just using, the tools that you have, some, looking at the price action and trading accordingly. It's really not that difficult. It really isn't. But you just have to have a plan in place. You have to execute the plan. And once again, sometimes you might get some bad breaks like this. And that's all that was. It was a bad break. I mean, because if I look at, once again, what I did today, I took advantage of those other spikes. I was on the right side. I got some good breaks. So that just goes with trading. You're not going to win every trade. You don't even know if you're going to win any trade for that matter. Point being is you might want to go ahead and take profit when you can, and then be ready for your next signal. Sometimes you might want to wait for a 2 ball, sometimes you don't. So if we were in a green candle, yeah, maybe you wait for the 2 ball, that being a green H1 candle. And so right here, we just went through that high off of a 3 ball and even opened above. So once again, you have another opportunity. Maybe you take the pips now, maybe you don't. And you see here how it just pulled back that quick. And you can look here at the range on M1. I mean, we had that 4 pipper there. That was 72 percentile. So when you see these ranges tightening up like that, and the average is only 3 pips, but you've got these so far, 4 out of 5 under the average, and the range is tightening up. And one other thing I observed today when I was talking with Walmart trading with him earlier, we noticed that when price moves out of what we call a box here, that's when you usually want to take your pips quickly. When it does this, when it just turns and reverses and keeps going, it's not forming that box, that's when you want to ride it. And you have to trade that in the moment. You can't, you have to just be there for that price action. So see right here, you had opportunity for a couple pips. If you didn't take them, you didn't get them. Now you're quote unquote stuck in the trade. So fellow traders, I hope that helps with brain management. Probably have Walmart. We might talk about it some more in the week. Like I said, are you being greedy? Are you being patient? Only you know. And you just have to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you're here for the first time, welcome aboard. Please subscribe. Please like the video. And please share the video all over the internet. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.